what is it really like being on SWAT? Because my ideas and concept of being on SWAT is basically what I see on TV, ironically enough. But
stop it. We don't roll out on the range when we shoot. We don't show our abs and bars.
Sure you don't. Right. Yeah. You just so happen to be what they consider one of the sexiest reality TV stars on television. Yeah, right. Yeah, of course.
No, what's it like? You know, it was a great job. Unfortunately, a lot of the officers that see us, at the time there was only 50 of us, and there's 3,500 officers on the department, and they see us working out, which we're required to do because we have to take a Cooper test twice a year. If we fail the Cooper test, we're out of SWAT. I mean, that's just it. So all people ever saw us doing at like Central was eating and working out. They didn't see us in the middle of the night on call outs. Yeah. They didn't see us at the range shooting and trying to hone our skills or doing entry schools, hostage rescue schools, and then actually having to go out and do the stuff in the middle of the night while they were sleeping. So we took a lot of abuse. They draw pictures of us with holsters with blow dryers and, in our holsters. So that's the joke. SWAT will get there in 45 minutes when they get their hair done, get all balled up. So the TV show really...
I'm pretty sure that helped, right? Yeah, like that really made things a lot better for you, I'm sure, didn't it?
Yeah. Worse.
So speaking of...
I got some thick skin out of the deal.
Yeah, I can imagine. Now, speaking of reality TV shows, so how did you get into reality TV? For people who don't know you or have any clue about what you do and how you got to where you are now.
Dallas had a show called First 48 about murders. Mm-hmm. And the commander of the homicide unit was a guy, he probably wouldn't want me to say his name, but he's a great guy. And he came over to SWAT. And like everybody, he's like, I got to deal with these prima donnas. And he got over there and found out that we're actually probably fun guys. We didn't cuss and fight like they thought we did. Uh-huh. And he called the network up at A&E and Granada Television and said, you guys ought to do a show on our team. And they came down with some producers, and none of us wanted to be the first person to be on TV. And they followed us around begging these poor kids. Their producers would beg us to put a microphone on. And finally, the commander said, Rich, would you put a microphone on for this guy? He's subcontracted out. If they don't do something, they're not going to have a show. He's not going to make any money. His name was Matt Gordon. And I said, all right. And he's like, thanks, buddy. He goes, we'll do an episode on you. I go, don't do an episode on me. I said, I'm a loser. I'm divorced, trying to get my kid from my ex-wife. I said, I just broke up with my girlfriend, and he did one of those Seinfeld things. That's an episode. So turns out that was the first episode, me trying to get my girlfriend back. And I'd gotten involved in a shooting where I shot a guy with a less lethal round, didn't kill him. No. Just a 40 millimeter round. They built the whole thing around me having my daughter that spring break and and that's exactly what happened. I got called out in the middle of spring break and went and did that deal, and that was fine. Then went to, I think it was Swan Lake with my girlfriend and got her back. So
okay, look at you, big
tough
dog.
Guy.
Wait, hold on. So
do.
What did you do to lose her?
Why be my fault?
Hey, man, I'm a man feminist, so everything's your fault.
I did something I promised I would never do. She was bothering me one night in a restaurant. I wanted to go home. I had to get up at 4 to be at work. It was 2:00 in the morning. And I said, I'm leaving. And she said, you leave. And I kind of broke up with her in front of 2 friends, and you don't do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You break up at home or whatever. So
yeah. I've had my stories.
So I don't do that anymore.
Fair enough. So now that you've gotten you had this time in reality TV, is there anything you would go back and change?
I think I would be more open about what was going on. Mm-hmm. You're always afraid before you see the first episode that every F-bomb you drop or anything stupid you do, they're going to put it out there. Mm-hmm. And so you're real cautious. And I should have been more laid back. And I did, after I saw the first episode air, I went, man, I did so many goofy things and they didn't show it. So I started relaxing then, but it actually segued. We did 3 seasons, but it segued into work. I ended up working for the Outdoor Sportsman's Channel as a technical advisor on a show about SWAT teams. And I played an FBI agent in a movie last year just for fun. I don't really care about being on TV or being in the movies, but it pays okay.
Yeah.
Especially when you're retired.
Yeah, well, I can't argue with that at all.
No. So there are benefits to it, but you get abused, at work. You don't get abused by the public. They love the show.
Yeah.
But boy, the peers will beat you up.
That's usually how it goes, though. None of my friends actually like me.
I like you.
Well, thank you. I thought the shit couldn't get any worse. They give me more shit now.
Oh, it can get worse.
Yeah, it does. It gets really worse. Right? Exactly. Yeah.
They do.
But no, we're gonna take a short break, and then we'll come back, and then we'll come back and talk about some guns.
Right on.